So we are at 1-0 here in St. Lucia Select against Little Haiti. 1-0 to Little Haiti. Goal scored maybe like about 15 minutes, 12 minutes into the half by Kenji. We lost the transmission momentarily, but we're back up and running, so we apologize for that break in transition. But we are back here. The score is still 1-0 to Little Haiti. This one of the biggest games for the tournament. His peer is going for goal and he tries to go under the wall, but unsuccessfully so. He tries to play it off and wow, this guy is fast, but not faster than their sweeper back, Seju. Don't know if I pronounced that right, so forgive me. Not faster than him, but a lot of speed by number 14 for St. Lucia Select. We should have the team sheets in a moment. And it's up in the air and it is out by Vincent. A man is down. Referee calling for a foul in his favor. We saw Vincent take a screamer of a shot a few minutes ago. I'm not sure if you were able to see it, but it may have burned a line of grass as it zipped past the first post. Stanley, Vincent, Hunt, Laurent, and Junior line a nice pass looking for his teammate, but doesn't find him, and Muzil tries to get it to. Oh, a nice through ball, and there's a battle, but they will not get past Benoit. Benoit has been very difficult to get past. Ball back to Ricardo. Headed up. Pierre behind it. Pierre heads. Awkward chest pass. Touchdown. And Stanley chases. So Zephyr throwing it in to Laurent, who turns his man cleverly, but the referee calls for perhaps a handball. Perhaps. But the ball is going to be picked up by the goalkeeper for St. Lucia Select. And Ricardo has it safely in his arms. Hunt tries to go in, but blocked out by Filson. Fits, goes wide, comes inside. Some nice interplay by St. Lucia Select. Over the top far post, and it's a shot, and my goodness, it goes across, flashes across the face of the goal. Number 20, Hamiel Charlie, flashing that one across the face of the goal. St. Lucia Select changing their lineup a bit from their first match. Opting for a different lineup. Eugene to Laurent. Ooh, Laurent threads that to Stanley. Stanley keeps his man off, but his left foot not able to wrap around it to that last post. A great ball by Laurent. And through ball that falls at the feet of Sejou. Sejou comes outside, and that looks like Kenji over on the far side. Kenji, the scorer of the goal earlier. Benoit comes into Laurent. Laurent not able to hold on, and Mozil resets. Benoit keeps it at his feet. He comes inside to Vilson. Vilson not able to find Pierre, but he does recover well. And there's a bit of a dance-off going on the far side between, it looks like, Hunt and can't see who he was wrestling with. Hunt, part of that solid core that we saw. Ooh! Slippery hands here. The weather changing a bit, maybe putting a glaze on the ball and not allowing the goalkeeper to hold on to it. Meanwhile, on the far side is Shukwel William trying to make some magic. Rain's coming in again. Light rain at this time. The ball comes back and transition, and not able to hold on to it is number 15, Braville. Vilsan trying to be clever in his pass, and the line to his teammate. Zephyr. Mozil intercepts and takes a rocket, and it's going to go for 6 runs, flashing across the face of the goal. Great shot from Mozil. We don't see a lot of shots from him, but today he delivers a good shot. Benoit under this one. Vilson not be able to put that chicken wing up. Mozil behind it, and it is going to go out for a throw, and Braville is going to take it. Braville goes in to, no, it's going to go out. He attempted to get Charlie, Hamiel Charlie. And he goes again. Wilson not able to clear it. Pierre not able to clear it. Wilson gets a second chance and Fitz from outside, and he gets a deflection for it. Fitz, very solid left back. We saw him on the other game that was broadcasted on the stream. We did not see the second St. Lucia select game, but the first one that we saw, Fitz was a very, very solid left back, both in defense and attack, and he takes across now. It's flicked in and it's at the feet of, and it scores. There is an equalizer. There is your equalizer from Mackay Emil. A driven Fitz cross. We've spoken about him both in defense and attack. Lil Haiti not able to deal with it properly, and Emil puts it away to Mackay Emil to give his team seem to have an issue with the keeper. Okay, so to allow his team to level the score line, Wilson, back at his feet, he goes outside to Kenji, but the field is now slick and fast. And Kenji, with all his speed, is not going to be able to catch it. So St. Lucia Select making a lot of changes compared to their first game. Don't know how they lined up last game, but compared to the first game, we've seen a lot of new faces on their team in the form of Jamal, Wilfred, and of course Shaquille Williams and Hamil, Charlie, and a few others. Of course, as well, the goal scorer today, Mackay Emil. But they have not dropped in quality. Ooh, a clever cross, headed out. And chasing is Amiel. The pitch now is going to be very fast. The rains are really coming in now. Fitz with a slight tackle to put his man back. And now they're on another breakaway. And it's Jamal Wilfred who changes the play. Wilfred comes out wide, slipping. Pitch is very slippery. Ball is slippery at the pitch. Wilson puts it up to apparently no one. Maybe he saw someone at the time. The ball is at Fitz's feet. Feet of Fitz. Fitz's feet. Fitz drives one in, trying to use the speed of the pitch and the glaze of the ball to get it slip past. But it will not slip past anybody but the keeper. We have not called the name of the keeper. We don't have his number on the score sheet, but we'll get that for you shortly. So it comes back out now to Prudent. Prudent tried it. Some nice football here being played by St. Lucia Select. But Seju does what he's been paid for and gets it out of danger. So in that case, Braville combining well with his winger, Hamiel Charlie, and the midfielder, Shaquille Williams. But the ball is now back at the feet of Nicholas Ricardo. Stanley's on it, Guillaume, and he will probably, he's not going to win the throw. So they will probably leave it up to Braville, the wing back to take, which they do. Charlie, Hunt coming for it, but it goes in. Hunt pressuring and Hunt kicking it out. That was William trying to be clever to get the ball to his teammate Charlie. And now Stanley has it at his feet, tries to put it in, he gets it back. He brings it out. They change to Benoit, the next side. Benoit wants to come back to Laurent, and the linesman raises his flag. So the rain's really coming down now here, and we're looking at the horizon, and there is No doubt a lot more rain to come. And Charlie is off. He puts the ball outside of the 6-yard box, not able to wrap his leg around it. Any number can play now in this weather. It is both rainy and windy for a Sunday game in the park, ideal conditions, but for a top of the table clash, maybe less so. So it's not quite blinding rain, but definitely coming down here in Brasilia St. Lucia. And Haiti goes over the top, and that ball is going to skip to the hands of the goalkeeper, who still plays confident, getting it into fit. But this time he's going to go long. He looks for William. William's still on it. William gets the better of Seju, and Pierre is not going to let them pass. And St. Lucia resets over the top, and it is out of play. So is officially coming down very, very hard now. Let's hope the pitch is able to hold up. The ball is going to skip off of it very quickly. That was Jamal Wilfred trying to skip around his man. But, of course, the pitch faster than he. His hand goes over the top to Charlie being chased, and now let's see if they can make something of it. Neither team has possession. The goal scorer, Emil Mackay Emil, trying to get a leg on that, but it is very close to blinding rain at this moment. Ball is up, and it is headed back down by Stanley's behind it. Nice cross by Stanley. And Laurent goes down, and Wilson keeps it in play. It skips past, and this weather, anything can happen. They go over the top to Stanley, but that ball is just going to skip out of play given the weather conditions. We have at least another 8 minutes of rain. We cannot see the end of it. Good change of play in these circumstances by St. Lucia. Ooh, and a nice touch around Benoit, but he does not get around Pierre. Pierre doing well to cover his teammate Benoit. You can probably hear the rain hitting the galvanized roof of the main stand in the Darren Sammy Stadium. Vilsa seems to be down. He has taken a knee, and the coach is going to have a look. Score here tied at 1-1. We're not sure the score in the far game between Vinci Ballers and Harlem. St. Vincent and the Grenadines versus Dominica. But so it's going to be a throw-in that Fitz is going to take. He gets it in. Vilsa gets his nose on it, his right nostril to be exact, and the ball is at the feet of Stanley. Stanley makes a measured pass on the far side to Kenji. Kenji comes back out, and it's back to Stanley. Stanley tries to go last post, and he knows that once the ball skips off of the carpet, anything can happen, and he is willing to take his chances. On the other side of the field, a player is down for St. Lucia. It looks like Jamal Wilfred, but we will get confirmation when he gets up. But it looks like Wilfred. The coach is trying to get the attention of the referee. The referee helps the player up, still can't confirm whether it is Wilfred or not. It is indeed Wilfred, Jamal Wilfred. He is limping back into his midfield position. And it is officially blinding rain. We are being tickled in the commentary box by the rain. Oh, clever work from Stanley, who will not get it through, but definitely impress the crowd. And it's going to be a throw that is headed down, and it's not going to be kept in, and it's going to be turned over. So it's a good evening for playing football or cuddling at home watching this game with a blanket, but the rain is driving. It is at 42.62 degrees. But Vilsan goes across the field and it's very difficult to stop those balls. A little power and the ball shoots off.
Referee! Stop the game!
So officials
Stop the game!
are asking the referee to stop the game for banners being blown down. And now the referee stops it to move the banners. Linesman helping him. The rain really is driving. The rain is now driving. Some of the players are helping to put the banners back in place. They may have to secure it because this rain, we cannot see the end of it past the hills. And in one circumstance they have tried to put it down. The referee is calling for help to in some way secure it. But it is causing a bit of a delay. And now the game seems to be getting on the way as the referee turns the ball to Ricardo. Ricardo wants to go long to Laurent. Laurent is under it, he touched it. Vilsan will head. And a sweeping side volley from number 9. No. It's difficult to see the play in question with the rain. Those of you who are fans of Little Haiti can write in the comments who is that mystery man next to Laurent up front. We are not able to see in the driving rain. And a nice run from St. Lucia, but Seju uses his extra long legs to prevent the cross. Mozil is out towards Stanley. Stanley with a lovely control, but Hunt steals his piece of chicken off of his plate. And it is going to be a foul against Zephyr, I believe, on number 22, William, and it is going to be Fitz who takes his Cristiano Ronaldo measurement. Well, in this case I might have to say Lionel Messi, since he is obviously going to hit it with his left foot. Fitz is looking at the wall and he is noticing that the far post is wide open. He is trying to find a way for it to skip past the keeper. Ricardo sets his wall and Fitz will try to do some magic. Fitz just eases it into the arms of Ricardo. Ricardo kicking it out. We're now hearing the roar of thunder here in Grosile. Have not seen any lightning, but we still cannot see the end. Oh, very nervous moment as a player slides into the cover, and now a player secures.
Watch, you can see it. One of them fall on that, it's true.
So, oh wow. Fitz being Fitzy in the corner and being arrested by Kenji, who is not accepting that sort of treatment from the St. Lucian. Fitz are very, very weak. We mentioned it a few times. Ooh, close call, but the referee calls it back. Stanley just testing the goal there to make sure it is working. Test run.
police work here, man. Like, be careful on this thing, you say you get wet too.
So we're back for the second half of St. Lucia Select versus Little Haiti. FC, and both teams playing against the Rosile weather. They had a period of sideways rain half time, and you could see there's some puddles on the north end of the field. Or what I guess not having my bearings here in Brazil, St. Lucia, is the northwest end. So the ball is now skipping at a pace. Now the field has gone from a place where it was very fast to it being both. Oh wow, fits as usual. Referee not trying to hear it. There being a call almost for LBW. Oh wow, Fitz showing that he, or not Fitz, but Hunt coming back and showing that he was not comfortable with that call, and the referee letting him know who has the last call, and is hoping that he calms down with that. So, out to the back again now. Hunt. Given away by number 9. And, Hunt and his teammate. Both going after it. Benoit cuts out. Benoit not an easy player to pass either on the ground or in the air. Ooh, and a nice turn and shot from that attacker. We can't really see his number in the rain. And there's a battle in the middle. And Stanley Guillaume fouls. And it will be a kick for St. Lucia. We're still not seeing the end of the rain. So we can expect this to continue for a while, and just hope that the playing conditions stay as it should. On the far side seems to have been a goal for what looks like Vinci FC sliding into the corner of the field to celebrate a goal. That pitch starting to look waterlogged. And now the referee again says play on, following another fall or foul. Who knows the difference? By maybe Fitz or Hunt. We're not sure as yet. It looks like Hunt. Hunt calling for it from Fitz. Sebastian heads. Sebastian fighting up, and Sebastian gets it out. Fitz goes in. Fitz calls in for handball. The ball passes Sebastian, and it goes past Stanley, and it's crossed, no, it's shot by number 9 for St. Lucia Select on the left side. who is Andres Daniel with a shot off. Daniel creating a little havoc on this side. Since coming on, he has opted a few times to feint left and cut inside to avoid the Rue de Benoit. It's very tough to pass Brian Benoit, so he opts to cut inside. And it's Ricardo up to the center. It's going to be headed out by Hunt, and it's going to go right back to Ricardo. Ricardo back up the middle. It is controlled by, can't tell who that is out there. Thrown in. Stanley keeps it at his feet and cutting across, and trampled is, I really can't tell any of the players in the rain from this distance, but we are going to see a Little Haiti free kick, and lining up behind it is, of course, Stanley, who's charged with the responsibility to put this one behind bars. Sorry, behind the keeper. Stanley keeps his eye on it. Stanley Guillaume approaches, and he puts the ball off the wall. It's going to be a home run, and the Yankees lead now 4-1. As we go back to football, St. Lucia Select brings it out. The advance, tackle from behind by Muzil. Muzil picks up the ball as if to say thank you very much to Hunt. Those two midfielders, opposite numbers, both very tenacious when defending. Hunt is going to get it back, and he passes inside to Winfred. Winfred tiptoes around his man, back to Hunt. Hunt tries to put it through, but a sliding tackle from Stanley, and now Sebastian with a long touch. Williams comes out with what we call a breakfoot pass in Trinidad and Tobago. Very tough for the player to get, but again, St. Lucia Select pressing, but Pierre able to just see it out, and it is going to be a Fitz corner. We can see the top field, the center of the top field now is now waterlogged. We see water streaming across the top. Lanes of an Olympic swimming pool almost, and we can see the ball splashing. No doubt it's going to be an ugly half of football up there, the types of Sunday leagues and such. Meanwhile, Fitz goes low, and it flashes across the goal and hits the bar. Fitz, knowing that the ball skipping off the pace of the pitch will trick everyone, and it did, including his own attackers. So Ricardo now comes across the face of the goal to Pierre. Pierre comes over the top trying to find Sebastian. It goes back to the middle, and now Winfred has a shot, and it is going to go. Yes, it's 6 runs. 6 runs against the wall. Comes right back to Ricardo. Winfred releases a rocket, and Ricardo resets. Ricardo goes up the middle. Hunt is behind it. It is headed out by Laurent, and it is at the feet of Winfred. The water will stop it, and not a lot is going to happen in that puddle on the top side of the field. These players on this field are fortunate that they do not have the stream of water that we can see on the top field. Their field is still in fairly good condition, and in a bit of good news for those watching on TV, we can finally see the end of the rainfall. The skies in the distance, in the east of Grousile are starting to clear as we get the final bits of rain, and in a few minutes we should see some of the late 5 o'clock skies here in the Darren Sammy Cricket Stadium, football stadium, and swimming pool to the north field. So let's see what Fitz is feeling like. Ricardo down low, he's looking for something. He's checking his wall. Ricardo now sliding into position. Fitz has his eye on that far corner. Let's see if he can find it. He goes for it, and there is a great shot by Fitz. Fitz saw his spot, and he went for it, and there was not much Ricardo could do about that. Fitz doing it himself, a direct free kick with that Fitzy rocket of a left foot. We have mentioned Fitz attacking and defending ability, his ability to stay composed when running at players, defend, and as you can see, take dead balls, corners, and in this case, a free kick to give his team a 2-1 lead in this exciting encounter. A lot of football left to play. Wilson comes out of Pierre to Benoit, who has changed sides. Benoit goes up line, and Sebastian is not able to control it. So Fitz goes up the line. He's muscled off by Benoit, and Benoit is claiming the throw-in, and he gets it. Benoit, one of the most difficult defenders to pass in this St. Lucia free kick tournament. And the referee is sending him back to the place he should throw it from. Benoit goes up line, and it will be another throw for Benoit, only high upfield where he seemingly wanted to go in the first place. So Benoit may be a man of before his time in this particular case. So Benoit gets another chance. It looks like Junior Lamothe is warming up to come on. Junior, one of the more dangerous attackers for this ATFC team. Mozil in white. It's shocking that his uniform is still so white when he has worked so hard in the midfield. And we see Stanley. Stanley, we know he can be tricky, and he is fouled. He is obstructed by Hunt. The linesman could not possibly be closer, so there should be nothing to complain about. Stanley is going to be the one to take it, and the dangerous little Haiti right wing, Junior Lamothe, not Lamar, but Lamothe, I guess, I imagine. He's just raring to come on and score his goal to tie it up. Meanwhile, Stanley's behind it. Stanley looks for his players, Pierre going up. You see the likes of Vilsan and Benoit up front, two taller players. They are looking for that head goal over the St. Lucians. The referee keeping his eye on things. Stanley Guillaume looking for his man. He fakes, and then he whips it over the top, and it is cleared out, not to safety yet. And an acrobatic kick by Zephyr, I believe that was, to clear it out. And the deadly combination of number 5 and number 11 coming on for Hunt, number 6, and number 20, who is Charlery, the coach for St. Lucia. Really want to put this to bed, bringing on those two very dangerous players in Donovan Phillip, and of course the midfield maestro, Desir. Jared Desir, who we saw what he can do in the first game. Very composed player. One of the more composed players in this tournament in the midfielder role. And he also very strong on the ball. So Desir, Jared, and Donovan Phillips are on to try to shore up the St. Lucian attack. And Vilsain is there, and now we see the likes of Desir immediately on the left side as well. Ooh. Donovan Phillips, very dangerous in the first game for St. Lucia with a double. Ooh, and a nice header out. No one team can maintain a possession of the ball. As it skips from team to team, but now it is slowed down as Fitz gets his time. Seju kicks it out of danger, and Fitz will get another attempt. Fitz plays it in, outside of his right foot, which is very strange for us to see Fitz hitting that ball with his right foot more the outside, but he does it very well. A lot of good pressure up front from three St. Lucia players. On this side we have Williams looking for it. Calling Fitz for it. And finally, Junior Lamotte comes on. Junior, a scorer of, I think, a few of the goals. A nice ball across by Desir. This is what he does. And there's a cut, and there is a shot. But there also is a block from Pierre. So we've immediately seen the impact of Jared Desir in this game, bringing creativity to the midfield. And now it's a Fitz-driven cross, and it is headed out, Stanley behind it. And it is going to be Fitz's ball. Donovan Phillips not ready for that one on that occasion. Sebastian is behind it, and it is protected. It's back to Benoit. No, that's not Benoit. And a skip around. It is blocked again. Very, very clever by Benoit, coming outside to Stanley. Stanley with two men into Vilsain. Vilsain over the top to Sebastian. Sebastian trying to wrestle off Fitz. Good luck for him with that, I say. Fitz has it as his feet. Fitz goes into Jared Desir, who thinks that everyone has as much energy as he does, having now come on. But Fitz, a hard worker, evidently does not. Desir on Vilsain. Stanley. Stanley, somebody please stop this man. Stanley, they put an end to it, but Stanley wreaking havoc on this right side. A player that we know can be very tricky on the ball when it is at his feet. And the players take a look at him. He waved his magic wand and hypnotized two St. Lucian players. 2 nutmegs before pushing and paying the price that sometimes all players play. Well, I should say any player, not all players are able to nutmeg 2 players at the same time. But any player who is able to nutmeg 2 of his opponents in succession, some would say, may deserve harsh treatment of a warm tackle. So Stanley has to come off. Let's hope he's okay, because the The entire crowd here at the Grosile Stadium, as well as those online, would like to see some more magic from Stanley Guillaume. But we see for the time being the fresh-legged Junior Lamotte, who is going to try to replicate what was done before, and let's see how it works out. And he scores. Lamotte scores it. Easy as it comes, Lamotte drives that left foot. It could have been his first kick for the day, and he fires a rocket into the far corner. There is nothing that could have been done by the keeper. It was just too much pace on that. So we knew that he would be dangerous coming into this game. We didn't expect it to come from a dead ball situation, but Junior Lamotte is not wasting any time at all getting his team back into this game. So the score now 2-2. We expected an exciting encounter, and we are getting it. So we are getting what we paid for in this game between these two top teams. 2-2 tie. We had said, oh, here we see Donovan Phillips, who we know could be dangerous. He still has it. No, that's not Donovan Phillips, sorry. That is... Can't see who that is over there. But I feel like it is... Maybe someone in the comments can help me. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Laurent? Sorry, that was, yeah, Laurent. I'm not able to put it. So, interestingly, Little Haiti seems to have changed their formation to attack with 4 up front. Since Junior coming on, they have adapted their formation, really wanting this victory. Mozil. Ooh, good pass to Jared Desir, but he will not get past Benoit. Nobody will get past Benoit, perhaps never. But we will just continue to watch and wait. One of the top defenders in this tournament. And we see Fitz, about to be Fitzy here with his clever crosses. And again, he does another one, but perhaps it could have been dealt with better. Very tough to deal with a Fitz cross or shot or anything that comes off his foot for that matter. So we cannot blame the defender turned attacker in this case for not finishing. So Ricardo goes deep and well controlled by Laurent. But it's turned over and Winfred. Now it comes out. Three men. Vilsaint attacks and it is going to be St. Lucia's ball. Fitz is going to take it. Fitz looking for his options and he finds Stanley. We hoped would not be one of his options. So Seju claiming that ball from in advance. And now Ricardo driving those passes to the four players up front for Little Haiti. And tough contender Sebastian letting Jared Desir know that it will not be that easy to play his stylish brand as long as he is there. He comes back. Sebastian alternating from a forward midfield position to all out forward. This is up and very sneaky, but Pierre left it. Interesting choice. It almost cost him, but maybe he anticipated that there was no way that it could have been controlled. So referee having a discussion with Seju, perhaps about the weather. And Ricardo is going again. He goes out. Junior lets it bounce. Always dangerous to let the ball bounce on a pitch like this. Junior feels maybe he, having done his part, he can take risks. And he splices off of his foot. Vilsaint touches it down. It goes over the top. And nobody has control of it. Neither team. It just keeps going from team to team, not being able to be kept in. So St. Lucia now on the attack. Benoit being caught. Very clever from Donovan Phillips. And now let's see if St. Lucia can make something out of this. Zephyr gets a crossover and Ricardo is behind it. So the first time in the history of Benoit's, Brian Benoit has been beaten by a clever move from Donovan Phillips. And good touch by this team now. Oh, wow. Phillips starting to feel confident. And here is an opportunity, and it's in the back of the net. It is in the back of the net. Number 21 scoring his second goal for the day. Merkai Emile scoring his goal. This man, Jared Desir, bringing a sense of composure to the middle, touching it to Donovan Phillips. Another standout from the first game, and Phillips touching it to Merkai Emile, who makes no mistake in sending that ball where he believes is home, the back of the net. So once again, Little Haiti not ever afraid to work back and to claw back their way into the game. And they will have another chance to do it. So Junior Lamont goes into him, but not able to keep it. Goes over the top. It's around Benoit. And little bump off the ball there. The referee trying to calm the players. Benoit now getting up and Donovan Phillips coming to show sportsmanship. His way of apologizing to Benoit, having him bumped almost into the second row of the stands here. But he made amends and it's game on. So over the top, and it's touched over by Laurent. Keeper has it. Keeper, slippery to the top. Desir. Nice ball inside to Mekai. Mekai doing the 8-toe shuffle, but not quite getting it. And another opportunity by St. Lucia. Select 11. Referee stopping the game to make 2 changes. Another standout from game 1. Keegan Cole coming on, as well as number 8, Rashad Eugene. And getting a rest is the scorer of the double, Merkai, and number 9, Daniel, Andre Daniel. So Keegan Cole is going to take the captain armband and lead his team hopefully to a victory. He takes it from Bravo. Ooh! 2 deflections, but Stanley Guillaume decides to leave it and opts for the corner. And let's see what Guillaume can deliver to the likes of Benoit and Vilsaint. It's up in the air. They haven't dealt with it, and now it goes over the top. Keegan Cole not able to get it. It is a defeat of Ricardo, who pushes forward with it, looking for an option. He puts it far post. There are 2 players there, and it goes into the back of the net. Ricardo very excited with his assist. He looked like a defensive midfielder, and the players are congratulating him as if he was the one to score that. It sort of seemed like he did. It looks like Laurent may have been the scorer of that goal. We will confirm shortly. So it was Laurent who puts the ball in the net for Little Haiti. As I said before, Little Haiti team never phased when they go down. They are never phased mentally. It just motivates them to try harder. And this time, on this particular occasion, we see apparently part-time goalkeeper, full-time defensive midfielder, Nicolas Ricardo, with a beautiful long ball over the top to find Laurent at the back post, who makes no mistake. So, no surprise, we expected a very exciting game between these 2 teams, 2 top teams in the group, and we are getting everything that we expected. Another pass over the top. This time is too high for Laurent, but Donovan puts it back in the middle. And now Guillaume has 2 men on his back, and Guillaume skips past them. Donovan Phillips gives him a thump in the shoulder, and Stanley Guillaume asking for a card. I don't think there was that much in it. It was a attempted shoulder to shoulder, but a shoulder to shoulder between Donovan Phillip and Stanley Guillaume is like a shoulder to shoulder between an elephant or giraffe and a rabbit. The two players being so different in size, there is no way their shoulders would ever come together. And for that, Stanley Guillaume is awarded with a free kick for showing his skill on this right side where he likes to wreak havoc and provoke defenders. So now Guillaume with the kick, looking towards Sebastien and Vilson. And he looks and he stops again with the stutter step. It's up in the air and Vilson is under it, but he is not able to put his full 6 foot plus frame behind it. And it goes back for a free kick. The keeper drives and Keegan Cole is behind it. He's right under it. He knows what to do. It's going to bounce over and it goes directly into the goal. And we have another keeper assisted goal here. We have never seen keepers celebrated like this. Both keepers back to back. On this occasion, it was a bizarre dump out from the St. Lucia select keeper, whose number we do not have on the score sheets. But Ricardo misjudged the bounce of the ball. Keegan Cole was well behind it, but as we said earlier, this pitch very, very slick now. So once that ball bounces, there's no stopping it. And in this case, Ricardo was not able to do it. So over the top to Keegan Cole. Keegan Cole pushes it. He gets around Seju. He gets around a second play in Banwa. The referee calmly points for a corner. The fans agitated. The referee unfazed by it. And as they say in football, the referee's decision is final. And Fitz instead will take a corner kick. The linesman is calling the referee to have a word with him. We'll see if anything comes out of that. The referee would have been in good position to see what happened. And now the referee changes his call and he awards a penalty to St. Lucia. And in most part, the players of Little Haiti seem to be accepting it. From where we sat, it really did look like an infringement, but of course there's no way we are able to pick out the finer parts of contact from up in the stands. So now it is going to be the skipper, Keegan Cole, who has created a little chaos in this game for Little Haiti since coming on. Keegan Cole against Ricardo. Cole stops, look for his position, and he calmly puts it to the back. So, in only 7 minutes of coming onto the field, Keegan Cole calling a lot of problems on this Little Haiti FC team. He was the target for the goal before this goal, and now he is the scorer of a penalty after we saw a bit of trickery from Donovan Phillips. So now 5-3, and Little Haiti is going to be direct, but I tell you what, this St. Lucia team is so disciplined in their play. It is going to be tough. Keegan Cole behind another play. Ricardo will not make the same mistake in judgment as he did last time. It comes outside. Laurent is behind it, but Fitz says no. No entry. And Vilson kicks it out, but throws it in, but Donovan Phillip gets it out. So Vilsa playing the thrower. Stanley. Stanley slides in. Mozil. Mozil will win a foul. And a lot of players running around. Of course, the scorer of the last goal in this position, the left-footed Junior Lamont. Stanley is there. We know Stanley can also cause some problems with his right foot from this spot. And both players jostling for position. They will take a look at where the wall is going to set up before deciding which of them should kick it. We see this time them blocking that, a man blocking that far post. And it looks like it's going to be Stanley. No, into the wall. And Seju tries to go over the top. And, ooh. Muscle off, but it's going to be a throw-in. It's over the top. And Benoit. And it is in the goal. And Junior Lamont keeps this game exciting for Little Haiti. You know, again, as we said halftime, even though this fixture is carded as Little Haiti FC versus St. Lucia Select 11, it really is both teams against the weather conditions. You know, the weather conditions proving a factor. And now we see Keegan Cole with a breakaway. And Cole slots it, calmly passes man. Cole being responsible, being a factor in the last 3 goals. It has been end to end. This is the excitement we expecting. Keegan Cole, the difference maker, the maker of differences, the magic man, the part-time substitute, part-time skipper, double goal scorer within the space of 7.674 minutes, scoring 2 goals. He does not miss those chances. You cannot give this man these chances because he will become a punisher, and he has punished Little Haiti for it, but they will not give up. As we have seen, they are pressing again, and they Laurent gets a 2, and it is going to be, they are going to get a goal kick. Laurent taking a moment to get up. Laurent just in his sock, losing his shin pads. But he's only interested in getting a goal for his team, this number 9. And that's the end of it. No doubt the most exciting game. The most exciting game this afternoon. And we love the spirit being shared between these two teams as they congratulate each other for what was a monumental match, very exciting match. The family, friends, and fans of these two teams should be very, very impressed at the level of competition, skill, and of course fortune, both fortune and misfortune that we witness out here. And this is really what football is about. So in the end, St. Lucia Select prevailing against a fighting Little Haiti FC, Big Haiti FC in spirit, and a very good game. And both players coming off, both seem satisfied, walking off the field arm in arms at what everybody understood was. And we understand from the officials that on their top team, Vinci Ballers winning 6-1 over Harlem United.
On team number 2, Vinci Ballers 6,
Vinci bowlers, we know what they can do. We said it before. It is going to be very sad to see one of these three teams, Vinci bowlers, Little Haiti FC, and St. Lucia Select, one of them has to go home. Only two can make it to the semifinals. And it is going to be very, very sad for all of us, not just their fans, to see a semi-final round without one of these teams. But that is exactly what makes this competition exciting. That's why we're tuned in. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tomorrow is the final day of the group stage matches, and there are going to be some exciting games. We do not have confirmation on which games will be broadcasted on this feed tomorrow. From tomorrow, we hope to test simultaneous feeds on both the north and south ground. If the north ground is fit for playing, of course, we plan to broadcast both games, but we're not sure from the organizers which game will be streamed on which feed and which teams will be playing. So we will let you know. You will see the link, so be sure to subscribe so that you and click the bell to be sure that you get an alert for the games for tomorrow, and of course the semi-final and the final, the times and the teams to be broadcasted, as well as the third and fourth place. A very exciting afternoon of football here, both by the Trinity City national teams as well as the other game that we showed, Trinity City Nationals prevailing over a Viewfort team. Viewfort, their first loss for the tournament, very unexpected, but no doubt they will dust themselves off and come back tomorrow to claim a victory. They go after a victory, I should say, against BIM United. They would need to win that to get into the semi-finals. It feels odd us, considering an option in Group 2, in Group B, without Viewfort, but they are in a must-win position. In the other fixture in that group, we have Excel Academy, who are also in a must-win position against Wings FC. Excel has to beat Wings FC to get into the semi-final, and they also have to hope that Viewfort loses to BIM United. They are going to have to hope for an upset, but of course, upsets are what make football exciting. So tune in tomorrow for another exciting rounds of football, the final day of games that will decide who goes forward. Be sure to subscribe to get the alerts so that you know when the games are being broadcasted. Like, share the links with your family, friends, and support the next generation of footballers from the region as they battle to see who will be the champion of the inaugural 2022 Free Kick Youth Cup tournament in St. Lucia. So we thank you for tuning in today, and we hope to provide more exciting under-19 football here from Grosile, St. Lucia tomorrow at 2 p.m. Subscribe so that you are alerted to which game will be broadcasted, and we look forward to some more exciting football. So tuning out from Grosile, St. Lucia. It was a wonderful day for football, and we hope to have the same tomorrow.